Let's talk about LA's underdog, Highland Park. One of LA's coolest neighborhoods was destroyed by a freeway and saved by the hipsters. It all started in 1886 when Pasadena became LA's second city and some developers saw an opportunity. The Occidental Land and Water Company purchased the land between these two cities with the plan of building a community. So, as they were building the community, they realized that this land was higher than its surroundings. So, they named it Highland Park. And it turned out beautiful. It was hilly, in a good location. Eventually a college opened up, beautiful architecture was built, and it became a very artsy and desirable neighborhood. But then the freeway came to town. In 1940, the first freeway in the West Coast was built here, the Arroyo Seco Parkway. At the time, this was revolutionary, and people loved the fact that there was a freeway here because now they were connected to the rest of LA. But what they didn't realize was that that was the problem. These people in Highland Park soon found out that having a freeway cut through your neighborhood kinda kills the vibe. So they decided to leave, which meant property values dropped. And as a result, minorities started moving here because it was affordable. So then the white population really began to leave. By the 1970s, Highland Park had fully transitioned to a minority-dominated community divided by a freeway. And unfortunately, because it was now minority-dominated, the racist banks cut funding to Highland Park. They labeled it as high risk and denied loans here. So Highland Park fell into a state of poverty. And if you've been paying attention to any of my other videos, then you already know that this is the exact formula for gang violence. By the 80s and 90s, Highland Park was infested with gangs. And back then, if somebody told you they were moving to Highland Park, you would ask them why. Well, it was born in between the two oldest cities in LA, which meant the streets were flooded with architectural gems. Victorian, craftsman, Spanish-style homes that you could buy for super cheap because they were surrounded by gangs. And as the other architectural neighborhoods like Silver Lake and Los Feliz became too expensive, Highland Park became the next frontier. Artists and creatives started buying these unique properties. And slowly over the years, you began to see trendy coffee shops open up, the true sign of gentrification. Eventually, by the 2010s, Highland Park had become hipster central. And today, Highland Park has fully transitioned back into an artsy, intellectual, creative neighborhood where you can still find some of the most unique and old properties in LA. The crime is rated a D+, but the median home price is about $1.1 million. And that'll typically get you a 1,200 square foot home like this one. And once again, I'm Mike, your local real estate guide. So follow me if you like real estate.